Hey guys, this is Frozen 2 Fanboy 2004 here, and welcome back to another movie review. And with the release of Andor, the new Star Wars show with Cassian Andor, and is it the prequel to this specific movie? I'm gonna be reviewing. I'm gonna be doing a review on Rogue One, a Star Wars story leading up to it. So Rogue One, a Star Wars story is directed by Gareth Edwards, the same director as Godzilla 2014, and stars Felicity Jones, Diego Luna, Riz Ahmed, Donnie Yen, Ben Mendelsohn, and bunch of other actors. Forrest Whitaker as well, and Mads Mikkelsen. So the plot for this story is basically about the rebels who are trying to steal the plans of the Death Star in order to expose the Death Star's weakness. It's as simple as that. So Rogue One Story is one that has been very special to me because I've always loved this movie ever since it came out in cinemas. This is actually one of my favorite cinema experiences that I've ever had because at that time, when I saw this movie in theaters, I saw that I actually saw it as a press screening, and all the audiences were cheering when Leia when Leia when Leia had a cameo in the end. The audience really cheered loud, and it was really awesome to see that. I love being in cinemas where the audiences cheer. I mean, when I saw Force Awakens was in theaters, which was also a press screening, the audience cheered when the opening crawl started, and the scene when Han Solo and Chewie entered the screen. So yeah. This is actually my first time reviewing a Star Wars movie on my channel. I've never talked about Star Wars before, but hopefully I can review the Skywalker saga in the future. Hopefully this December, but December will be mostly Christmas reviews. So yeah, without further ado, now let's see what the quality of Rogue One is. I mean, I talked about the theatrical experience, but now how is the quality? Yeah, Rogue One is a masterpiece. I love Rogue One. Yeah, Rogue One is just brilliant. Yeah, and it is a blast as well. But saying it is a blast is an understatement. Yeah, I just really love this movie. Yeah, Rogue One, a Star Wars story, it's pretty underrated as well. Yes, not many people appreciate this film like us. Being like the first movie to be released outside the Skywalker saga. I get why people not many people appreciate this, but I actually it was underrated at the time when it came out actually, but now I think it's accurately rated because many people love this film, and many people now see the brilliance of this film. So yeah, as for my thoughts on Star Wars as a whole, well, it's a it's a great franchise, but I think the fan base is toxic. Yeah, and I actually do like the sequel trilogy except Rise of Skywalker, but Rogue One is miles better than the sequel trilogy. Yes, even Last Jedi. It's just my personal opinion. I personally prefer Rogue One over the sequel trilogy. So yeah, I gotta give major credit to the visual effects. Man, the visual effects looks absolutely gorgeous. That's like as you see when the Death Star blows up the planet, and then the Krennic's the villain of the film says, "Oh, that's beautiful." That perfectly sums up the visual effects of the film for me. Yeah, that the visual effects do look beautiful indeed, and this is actually the second most visually stunning Star Wars film, second only behind the Last Jedi. Last Jedi is easily the most visually stunning Star Wars film. I also but yeah, I mean it's pretty much expected that the visuals will be the standard because Star Wars is known for its game changing visual effects, so that's no surprise. And thank God I got nominated for best visual effects. But one thing I absolutely love about the production design and stuff, production value, is that this has the feel of the original trilogy. I mean, and not only does this have a feel of the original trilogy production wise, but the movie actually does respect the original trilogy. It respects, yeah, without actually trying to fan service it too much. It's actually able to tell a story on its own without actually having to rely on the Skywalker saga. I mean, we have new characters, and I actually cared about them for the most part. No, I mean, I actually really care about all these characters. They're great. Jin Erso is easily the best character in the film, and she's probably my second favorite female Star Wars character. In the sequel, in I mean, no, not really second, but I'm not sure where I'd rank her. But funny enough, I'd say she's probably my second Star Wars crush. I'll say, my Star Wars crush is Kira from Solo Star Wars Story. But yeah, even though Obi Wan Kenobi from the prequels is my favorite Star Wars character. Specifically Revenge of the Sith. But yeah, absolutely love Jinra. So she's an amazing main character, and you actually care about her. And she's not really a hero. She's just like an abandoned girl who's providing weapons, but she's still able to fight, and I think her badassery is pretty earned, and she doesn't even try to be a badass, and I really like that. Yeah, unlike Ray, but I'll talk more about that when I talk about the sequel trilogy. But maybe I should just talk about this on its own. Yeah, I absolutely love Jinner. So Cassian Andor is a fan favorite character, and I'm really excited for. I'm so excited to see Cassian's spin-off slash prequel show. It's gonna be great, and yeah, Cassian yes, such a great character. Kato as always hilarious. Chirrut Donnie Yen's character is such a badass as well, and I like Cargo Bad guy. And did I mention Miss Riz Ahmed's name in the starring list in the beginning interview? Well, okay, it's fine. But yeah, and I absolutely really love the story as well. It's straightforward, but it's straightforward. But I absolutely love like how they portray this as a spy thriller. Yeah, which is really cool. And I mean, it doesn't have the most stakes to it. Like it doesn't have like it's not the biggest in scale, considering that it doesn't involve any lightsaber fights. But this movie still has some like great very realistic Star Wars action scene. It's more of like a rebel fight and space fights. And it's still awesome that this movie can still be able to handle itself without any use of lightsabers and stuff. Yeah, this movie also how I say is yeah, like what I said, it's also very grounded. It's kind of emotional as well, and you actually get to care about these characters. Well, I ain't mentioned that, so yeah. But in my opinion, the best thing about this movie is the action scenes. Yeah, the action. Yeah, like what I said, the action scenes are not very real. They're not only pretty realistic, like some of the most realistic fights in the entire Star Wars saga, but it's also very It's very brutal. It's kind of gruesome, and it's a war movie. It portrays itself as a war movie, and I really appreciate that. And yeah, so there's plenty of action going on, plenty of like shooting, plenty of like explosions, and yeah, it's just really good. And the final battle at well, I forgot the planet name, but the final battle is just epic. It's really massive in scale. The final battle is just massive war, and like big war. It feels like it's kind of a battle you'd see in the final. In fact, this actually has bigger stakes. So any of the action scenes in the sequel trilogy, yeah, I'd say it's better than any sequel trilogy action scenes. Yeah, and also like one thing I really love about this movie is that it actually takes risks. Yeah, which is something for a plot that sounds so safe on paper, this movie absolutely goes into directions that where we did not expect. So, like for example, like how having the characters killed off in the last 10 minutes after the final battle. Yeah, that was a risk because we did not see it coming. But I think it was the right choice to kill off all these characters after yeah, after how do I say this after they succeeded in the mission. Yeah, I mean they still won, but they still got killed off, and I mean it's pretty emotional as well, and also the beautiful cinematography when the Cassian and Jin were about to die, and then they hug in, and the shot of them getting blown in the explosions. Yeah, that was probably that was easily the best shot in the entire film. And yeah, I think the performances are great too. This is Felicity Jones' best performance. I know people say her best performance is in The Theory of Everything, but for me, Jane Erso is easily her best role. No competition. But then there is the best scene of the film. I think we can all agree on what the best scene of the film is. The ending scene, like after the characters died. Yeah, seriously, like first of all, like the ending absolutely works in a way that it feels very nostalgic to A New Hope. The ending scene absolutely calls back A New Hope. Without absolutely pandering to pandering nostalgia for fan service. A New Hope callback was there to serve a narrative. I mean, Leia was there for narrative purposes. To yeah. So that they can like they was there so that the rebels can report to her that the Death Star plans have already been stolen and they won. And then Leia says like hope. Like I forgot what was the question the rebel asked, and then Leia said where Leia replied hope. Yeah, but the highlight of the film is definitely the scene when Darth Vader attacks the rebels. Wow, that was he was brutal. I actually take back what I said about the best shot being Jin and Cassian's death. The best shot of the film is easily like seeing Darth Vader about opening his lightsaber, turning on his lightsaber as like the shot of him like the shot of Darth Vader like standing in the hall getting ready to fight. Yeah, that was the best shot, the most gorgeous shot in the film, and my God, the score of like Darth Vader just like fighting like kicking the rebels' asses. Yeah, that was just epic. Yeah, that is easily the best scene in the entire sequel trilogy. Yeah, no, the entire Disney Star Wars films like the best scene out of all the Disney Star Wars films, better than any scene in the sequel trilogy. Yeah, even though you don't like Rogue One, you gotta admit that scene was badass. I cannot see anyone saying that scene is not that good and stuff. So yeah, do I have any nitpicks with this film? Well, I don't really have any flaws with the film, but I will say my only nitpick with the film is that C-3PO and R2D2's cameo was kind of pointless. I don't know why they were there. I bet that the C-3PO was probably yeah, C-3PO. I think Daniels was the only actor who's appeared in like the most Star Wars films. The only Star Wars film he didn't appear was in Solo Star Wars Story. But yeah, I feel like R2D2 and C-3PO R2D2 just shouldn't have been in this film. That cameo was pointless. Yeah, so overall, Rogue One: A Star Wars Story is a masterpiece. It's the best. It's the best of the Disney Star Wars films by a landslide. And in fact, I think it is just as good as the original trilogy. I actually prefer this over Return of the Jedi. But I still would put A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Revenge of the Sith above it. Which Revenge of the Sith is my favorite Star Wars film ever. So yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna give Rogue One: A Star Wars Story a 10 out of 10. It's definitely one of my favorite films in 2016 as well. Easily in my top 10. So that's my opinion on Rogue One: A Star Wars Story. What's your opinion on this film? Do you agree with me that it is a masterpiece, or do you not love it that much? So yeah, comment down below, like, subscribe, hit notification bell, and yeah, also another question: are you excited for Andor as well? So yeah, stay tuned for another video come. Like I had another video planned, but I'm not sure. But yeah, guys, I'm actually gonna be filming my rant at Luigi Marinas Gaming tonight. So yeah, be prepared for it. Oh boy, it's gonna be a fun rant. So yeah, bye guys.